Yeah, when you're running old stuff or new stuff, you still gotta have tires under it, but I'm sure these tires have been changed many times over the years. But you can see that this side has an old car tire, but cars don't have 15-inch tires anymore. So anyhow, that's what we put on here because that's what they had. So implement tire, if I was able to get a car tire, it would have cost us about, the new tube would be $50, but instead it's $160. So here's my drill. It's a hoe drill, as you can tell. Man, I just get my body in the way here. So this one has the rubber capped packing wheels. Tristan's busy greasing it for me. So it's an International 150. I've got this one, and then we've got a set that's been put together that's 28 feet because it's two 14 foots. But it has a nice heavy hitch. But I'm gonna plant some grass, and a disc drill would be way better, but I don't have a disc drill. So hoe drill is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to plant a little 10 acre triangle into grass hay. Grass hay is not very productive comparison to alfalfa, because alfalfa fixes its own nitrogen. But I have a need for some grass hay, and grass hay is hard to come by around here. That's clean and not full of weeds and junk. So anyhow, we've got it all cleaned out. So we're just gonna blow air through everything and make sure it's good to go. And then CPS is actually bringing the seed out to me. I went in, and I didn't order it or nothing, I just went in today and asked if they had any, and they didn't have any at their location. But about 25 miles away from them, there was some grass seed there, like it's a hay blend, and so they went to go get it for me, and they said they'd deliver it right to the farm. So I can't complain about that. So CPS will get 2 gold stars for the day. But see, there's a little mouse nest there we're gonna have to dig out, and then get the air compressor going and clean her out. So we'll bring you out and show you some more in a bit. Now, here's the cornfield on my home quarter. And you can see I've just irrigated. There's the pivot over there. So last night, see, I only put on ½ an inch, and so I went a ¼ inch back and forth. So last night, I think, or yesterday at about 5 in the afternoon, it started out of the hay, and then at 11 o'clock it was at the pivot stop over there, and then came back. So then at 5 in the morning it was back in the hay. So, and then I have an easy plan set up on the pivot, so then it slowed down. Once it got to the hay, then it slows down and puts on 3/4 of an inch. So we'll just see how dry it is here. And you can see we've met moisture, so that's what we like. So there's the 150 drill and little blue, just waiting for the grass seed to show up. And so, like I said, there's just a little triangle that we're gonna plant. We have main line on top of the ground, which is not ideal, but so it's always a pain in the butt. But I thought, heck, if this little triangle, 9-10 acres, I'm gonna just plant some grass hay, because that's hard to get around here, that's clean and not got weeds in it. And got the drill all greased up and ready to go. Tristan helped me with that. As you can see, I was trying to get the GPS to work, But that's what happens to this soil here. So hopefully we get a shower. They're talking about that we might get one. So this is, gotta find out. With my naked eye I can see it. I gotta see where the hell this, oh there it is. There's a corn seed on top of the ground. That's no good. So this part, we'll walk out in the field a little ways. This was on the end here, but this field was the one that had all the weeds. The weeds were holding hands. So, but it actually had more moisture. I waited until I had half an inch of rain, and then I vibra shanked it, and then, like I said from the previous video, I planted it Sunday early morning. So just had a mosquito bite my neck. Anyhow, you can see it's powdered up pretty bad. So we'll dig between the row. Well, I guess I gotta show the camera. So here, that's moist sand, but as you know, it just falls apart. So that's about 2 inches down. So now we'll see what this did here. And you can see by the color there is moisture, and that's not far down. So it's amazing packing what it does for you. So those corn seeds are sitting in moisture, but that pivot's getting moved. I can't hear the motor right now, so I'll get that. Dad was gonna start it for me, and we'll walk it across the farm and then put it at the end of this quarter circle. And I'm going to plant this little patch of grass, and then I'll clean the drill out, and then I'll have to unhook the tractor so I can go feed cows. But after that, I'll hook on the drill again, either with this one or the case, and then we'll get a load of oats, and we'll start planting oats for green feed and silage if we can get everything to happen. So Dad fertilized and vibra shanked this for me. I had a cow sale yesterday, and Jessica got her braces taken off. And so when you get your braces taken off, you got to go up and get the braces off, and then they cast your teeth so they can make retainers, and then you got to go back and get your retainers fitted. So, but like I said, this is dry enough too, so if we can get the grass scratched in, then get the pivot on it. So normally in our sandbox I will put a nurse crop, but there's no such thing as a companion crop. Like I said, the seed guys are pretty clear. There's no such thing as a nurse crop because it just steals from the crop you're planting. But anyhow, because it's just a small spot, and as you guys see, there's enough weeds that'll come, I shouldn't lose the land, especially on just a little small spot. If I had the whole quarter section to go, then I probably would put a bushel or 3/4 bushel of oats in, or barley or something. So, but I'm gonna walk in and see if CPS dropped the seed off at the yard. So I'll bring you back out in a sec. Well, we're seeding grass. How much, I couldn't even tell you, because this drill, besides the chart missing, we have it geared lower so that you can seed canola with it. So the chart's not accurate either. So anyhow, we'll do a couple rounds and we'll go look and see if it's putting enough grass seed in the ground or too much. But hard to tell, especially doing a triangle. If you had straight half-mile runs, you can do the math pretty easy to figure it out. But it's big fucking crap anyway, so we'll see what goes in down the tubes. So This is the seed. Anyhow, it's pretty fluffy, but I literally have seeded 2 rounds and a lot has come out. So I've changed the settings now. Got my tool for changing it. So on these old clunkers, they got a gauge on either side, and they're never even. You always set them the same, and they're never even. So anyhow, here I'll set my bucket tooth down. We'll see if we can find any seeds. Okay, so you see this? Oh, I got you do. Anyhow, there's a whole pile of seeds there because I stopped. So that means they're falling through just fine. And I've done enough that if they were going to be plugged, if my tubes were plugged, then these cups would all be full. But you know, see, it's feeding pretty good, so there's no full cups, so all my tubes were clear. So let's go get some acres done. So this is what I'm planting. It's a proven seed product. I'm all over the place here. Holy cow. So I'll just hold this up. So 55% AC Knolls hybrid brome grass, 20% green leaf pubescent wheatgrass, 15% total alfalfa, and 10%, I can't even read that, it's bouncing so much, Barolex tall fescue. Well, I might have said that wrong, I don't really care though. But that's what I'm seeding. But like I said, CPS brought it to me, but as per usual, I got disappointed at the end. They were 3 hours late. So anyhow, as you can see, it's hot out and it's dusty. I guess you can't see it's hot, but it wouldn't be that dusty if it wasn't 96 degrees Fahrenheit or 34, I can't remember. It's hot. It's hot. I should be running the case tractor with this so that I don't have to unhook to do chores, but the AC is not working on the case tractor, so that's why I'm in the blue. So anyhow, I'll do it a couple more rounds and then we'll go check the seed and see if we're winning or losing. Oh, so damn rough. But anyhow, maybe I'll show you when we're stopped. Holy hell. If you see that, it says 18 inches nudge. So if you're ever running your tractor with GPS and it is not set up right, like you can't get it zeroed in, you can just nudge it over when you need it. Or if you got lost signal, and I guess turn that radio off. If you got lost signal and it doesn't work out, just nudge it. But what happened is my computer won't save my, it says right there, whoop, that my memory stick is full. But the problem with this is it needs to go into the shop, and every time it goes into the shop it's $1,000, and I'm out of those $1,000. So I just nudged it over, and every time I come up this way I'm going to nudge it because it's not centered. But when you just do little stuff, you don't have to have it all fancy. I mean, I could do it without GPS. It's just nice because that way I can eat my lunch. I mean, it's 1:30, but I can still eat lunch. And you can see I haven't washed windows yet, but in the front there I hauled hay under the pivot last night. So, but I know that the tractor's disgustingly dirty, and people can judge me all they want. Don't really bother me because they don't have to come do my work. So wash and wax them all you want, I don't have time. So anyhow, you can see that's the part over there. We're gonna load oats here this afternoon. Still got some more to work. The pivot's moving right now. Oh, I guess it's time for me to turn. thought I would go for a walk into the cornfield, and you can see that both these are sprouted now. So put him back in his hole, put him back in his. Anyhow, so it's Wednesday now, and that was Sunday, and that got planted. So anyhow, little 2-banger Polaris is going away, making that pivot go around. So let's get back in and keep seeding. So it looks like I probably should have never adjusted the drill. I probably had it pretty close where it was, but I know that it's nice to seed the right amount, but sometimes it's nice not to have to go buy, more seed. Well, you can tell that's not grass seed anymore. That's oats. I'm done the grass. I'll flip you around, you guys can look at me. I'm done the oats, or my brain's gone soft. I'm done the grass. I screwed up. Like I said, the chart doesn't mean nothing on this drill, and it's by guess and by golly, and I've never seeded grass with it. So when I slowed it down, I should have just left it where it was. But what happened was I slowed it down because it was going pretty fast, and I slowed it down, and then I seeded and seeded and seeded, and it kept going down, but it didn't go down fast enough. And what happened is once the weight got off of it, it kind of bridged and wasn't falling down very good. So I should have had Tristan ride to the hockey stick and knock it down. But so I think I seeded. Sorry, I gotta wipe my eyes here. Sweaty. Anyhow, I think I seeded about 7 pounds to the acre, and I wanted to seed 10. So there's a lot of pounds of seed or a lot of seeds in a pound of grass seed. So I'm not too worried about it, because like I said, I got a neighbor who used to raise it, plant lots of grass, pedigree seed, and he never planted any more than 5 pounds to the acre because it costs so much. So it'll stool out, and like I said, if it's a failure, I'll just plant something else there. I'm not too worried. So I was gonna go start doing chores, but I guess I don't know if Dad was gonna get the other drills ready or not, but I had this drill hooked on, so I thought, what the heck, I got it empty, I'm just gonna fill it full of oats, and I'll go seed 20 acres, and then I'll go do chores. So anyhow, if I don't add any more, be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. And if you really haven't subscribed, subscribe, because I'd love to see us climb up to at least 10,000. This between 9,000 and 10,000 subscribers been really slow, so it'd be really cool if we could get up there. But you like my poor man's drill fill? So anyhow, the auger's still at the neighbors. This is just bin run oats. So I'll just increase the rate a little bit, and we'll seed her without cleaning it or treating it. So it's warm enough I wouldn't bother treating it. So, and it looks clean enough. There's no black ones in there, so we'll see ya.